sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... Please note, the new number is...
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Fiction, and welcome to Stories After 8. Usually I put this out at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'll be doing that tomorrow on Sunday. I know it's Easter, but hey, you know, Good Friday kind of screwed me up too, because I didn't get a chance to do all of this, and so now it's Saturday, and well, you know, we had the kids over for dinner last night because it was a seafood fest, because that's what we have on Good Friday. We eat seafood. I might be a fallen Catholic, but it's the one thing that I like to have is my fish on Friday. God only knows why. Oh yeah, I guess he does, doesn't he? Anyway, I've got a new story. The title is kind of tentative. I gotta change it. I don't like it. Right now, it's These Dreams Were of a Poet Doomed. It's a dumb title because it makes no sense to me. But that's just what do you call that? Just to hold it in place. So they say. And this is a very, very small little piece because it's only 1,160 words. So, I'm going to read the first page and a half. That's all there is to it. It's very small, very short, because, you know, I was not doing shit. And I do that. Okay, so, here we go. This is going to be taking place in the South Pacific during the Second World War. This is around 1942-ish or something of that sort. We shall see. This is a two-part introduction. This is the first part of it, and the second part will be following after when I write it, which will be next week sometime. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to be reading. I'm reading now. If you're online and you just happen to be there and you can read it or follow along as I read it live, and then it will come up later on as a, what do you call that? What this is, a movie, whatever, a video, and I'm putting that behind the paywall, and it's going to stay there because that gives my paid people something to look forward to. So, you know, if they want to buy it, they can buy it. And if they don't want to buy it, well, then that's up to them as well, isn't it? But I'm going to be putting my videos and stuff like that. I'll do the live one. And my Stories After 8 will always be free. Always. So that means this one will always be free. It's just the way it's going to go. And I'm going to start right now because we're at the 3-minute mark. Here we go. The first torpedo came out of the darkness and hit amidships sometime after midnight. Emilio felt it as much as he heard it sounding like a cavernous echo somewhere in the hollow depths of the ship, plunging the crew's quarters into immediate darkness. He could feel the ship beginning to list to the port side. When the second torpedo hit, it was followed by a choking smoke that stung his eyes and burned his lungs as he stumbled and fell in the darkness, feeling the harsh metal of the ship's floors scraping against his knees. Panic ensued. He cursed himself for his own stubbornness that hadn't taken his pants off, remembering how he told himself it was too hot to sleep in them. Now he couldn't find them. It didn't matter, he told himself as he struggled to stand upright. He was holding on to the bunks on his left side, feeling the ship shudder underneath him, listening to a distant bang that sounded like a metronome coming out of the darkness, and he wondered what it could be. The propeller shaft, he told himself. It's bent, he thought, as if the explanation made perfect sense to him. It was too dark to see where he was going, so he followed the crowd in front of him, hoping someone knew where they were going. A horn blared somewhere outside, and he saw a flashing red light ahead of him, thinking maybe someone had found a hatch and pushed it open. The sea was rough, the waves cresting the deck, and the night sky looked to be filled with fire. The upper deck was in flames, the bridge lost behind a curtain of smoke. He could feel the list through his bare feet and wondered why he hadn't thought about his boots before running for safety. And where was his life jacket? He was shivering in the cold. The waves were cresting the bow, and he watched as the bow slowly dropped below the horizon. He turned and looked out at the water. There were bodies floating, chalk-white impressions written against the black slate of the water, and he couldn't tell if they were dead or dying. There was a thunderous shudder, and he could feel the ship starting to roll out from underneath him. He grabbed the deck rail and held on, knowing that if he fell, he wouldn't be able to get back up in time. The ship was going over, corkscrewing itself under the high waves, and any moment it would be all hands overboard. There hadn't been time to get lifeboats prepared. Who expects to have to abandon a hospital ship in the middle of the night? All he could think of was that the ship was going over and they were in the middle of the South Pacific. He was going to drown, and there wasn't anything he could do about it. He was certain to fight it, he knew that much, but really, what more did he expect? He could feel his feet adjusting to the slant of the deck underneath. All he had to do was hold on to the rail and know when to let go. He didn't want to get dragged under, not without a life vest, and he knew he was probably going to die tonight. He'd heard stories of ships drowning in the vastness of the open sea. There'd been stories of some going down in a matter of minutes, and he wondered how long it had been since the first explosion. He let go of the railing when he saw the water coming up to meet him. He let the ship's twisting momentum throw him out into the water and held his breath as the silent behemoth passed underneath him, a cold and malevolent shadow slipping under the depths, leaving a trail of detritus on the surface of the water. Bodies and life vests and lifeboats breaking the surface as though released from captivity. He struggled to reach out for a life vest and clung to the side of a half-submerged lifeboat. It was upside down, held up by a pocket of air underneath. It was over in a moment. The ship was gone, and the air was filled with the shouts of the drowning men. There was a churning of water, and in a moment the ocean parted and the hull of a submarine broke the surface. Sailors came out on board, and an officer ordered them to man the guns on deck. In a moment they opened fire, and Emilio dove under the waves, holding onto the side of the lifeboat and coming up underneath it. He began to kick his legs, riding the crested waves and praying the machine guns would not be pointed at him. The air around him was silent, cavernous, and all he could hear was his own erratic breathing. Something below rushed up against his leg, and he kicked out, panicked at the sudden shock of cold flesh, as much as the fact that it had come out of the darkness beneath him. He crawled out from under the boat, found a length of rope, and tied it around his waist. His first thought was that if the boat would right itself, take on water and drag him to the watery depths. His other thought was that if he lost the boat, he wouldn't have anything to hold on to. He floated to the sunken end of the lifeboat, then pulled himself out of the water and lay on the hull of the craft. The sky broke free of the clouds, and he could see the sheen of the ship's oil slick glistening in the light of a fading moon. There was a churning in the water, and he climbed up higher on the lifeboat, telling himself he had to get out of the water. The submarine may have gone, but the sharks had come, lured by the scent of blood in the water. Emilio rolled onto his back, looked up at the sky, and wept. Okay, that's all I'm going to give you for the time being. So obviously his boat is sunk. And, well, shit happens. So, I don't know where this story is going, okay? I just have to tell you that. There's no plot, there's no idea. I just have a rough idea in my head, and that rough idea is that it has to mention the name of somebody that I worked with. Emilio happens to be the name of my daughter's first boyfriend, but I didn't use his last name, just Emilio. I'm going to call him Emilio Garcia Sanchez or something like that. Something like that. I don't know yet. We'll just see how it goes because, that's the way things are. And I'm going to call it a day. This is going to be a short one. It's a very busy day outside. Today is Vaisakhi, the Vaisakhi parade. And I was going to go to it, but, it's a very, very small area, and there's going to be more than 500,000 people there. Easy. They're coming from all over the place. Like, my God, all over. They're coming up from Washington, because this is one of the largest Vaisakhi parades in North America, for sure. Probably worldwide. Who the hell knows, right? Like, they have two of them. They have this one, and then they have one, next week, the week after, or whatever, and that's downtown Vancouver. That's probably the one I'd like to go to, because, well, I mean, when you have Vaisakhi, then the people that live in the neighborhood, they set up tents, and they feed the people that come by, and it's all lovely, lovely, lovely. We used to go. We used to do it, like, you know, when the kids were younger, we used to go there. But it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's so crowded. You can't, I mean, my wife is 5 foot. I can see over top of the crowd, and I don't have a problem, but she starts to feel claustrophobic because there's just so many people and you can't move. You're literally standing like you can't move. And it's even worse for her because she's up to here on me. I've lost her once or twice in the crowd. It's, well, you know. So I just stand still and hopefully, you know, she'll see me as opposed to me seeing her, because I can't. Anyways, so I didn't go because it's too big. It's too much. And it's going to be political too. It's going to be political because Jagmeet Singh, the leader of the NDP party out here, well, they were having their debate, and he said he was going to Vancouver. And then after that, it was like we went, oh, of course he's coming to Vancouver because that's where the Indians are, Vaisakhi parade. And he hopes to win this area. He's not going to, but he hopes to. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to hang up. I'm going to call it a day because I'm going to have to make this into the movie. The wife went out because she wanted to get some flowers, but she also wanted to get a little bit of food. Even though we have a little bit left over, we don't have protein, she said. So she's going to go and get some more seafood, I think. She said something about prawns or maybe halibut if she has a miso left over. We had sable yesterday. Sable is rock cod, BC rock cod. Oh my goodness, it's like biting into a cloud. It's just so soft. Our son-in-law had never had sable before, so this was the first time, and I think he's a fan. And then what else did we have? We had, mussels and coconut milk, coconut cream, whatever you want to call it, and wine with that, wine and coconut, whatever. And then, and a couple of little prawns that she put in there just for decoration. And focaccia. Yeah, no meat, just fish, seafood. Yes, it was, and some, what the heck was that? Oh God, I've forgotten already. Darn. I know we had more than that. Whatever. It is what it is. Cauliflower. Pureed cauliflower, so it looks like, what do you call that stuff? Mashed potatoes. Yeah, so cauliflower and seafood. And I should go over get more. Okay, so, look at I just go on and on and on. That's because I tried to make it 15 minutes, but it's not quite 15 minutes. So I'm going to have to leave you now again. Say arrivederci, ciao for now. I will see you next week at the same bat time and the same bat channel. Alrighty.